Welcome once again to Better Commander and my regular series, Cards That Slap. Or does this card slap, or am I cake? I don't know what to call it. Have I become cake, dude? Well, I'm caked up, that's for sure, brother. We have some older cards this week, and hopefully you see something you never have before. That's the goal. You see, I have these bros in the Discord. They're out there suggesting some under-the-radar cards and asking old Nicky G if they slap. And spoiler alert, they do. Let's talk about them. Let's explore some use case scenarios, but first, make sure you hit the buttons I've prepared for you. There it is, the sweet sound of you bringing honor to your father, dude. We've also got Patreon. We've got early videos on there, ad-free videos, and a direct line to me, the maestro himself, Nicky G. Let's get right into it. Rev McSizzle wants to know about Cephalid Constable, 1 blue, creature octopus wizard. It's a 1/1. Whenever this guy deals combat damage to a player, return up to that many target permanents that player controls to their owner's hands. Guns don't kill people, cephalids do. Yeah man, of course, this is rad. I've used this as a mutate target, an aura target, a +1/+1 counters target. Needs a little evasion, but if you can get that, imagine returning all the lands to people's hands. That's nefarious cephalid stuff right there, brother. Now this one's kind of a staple, but it was new to this brother. Ink Shield, 3 white and a black for an instant. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. For each 1 damage prevented this way, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. Silver Quill's elite know how to offer a scathing rebuttal without uttering a word, dude. Love this art on this thing. This is an amazing card. Now, it would be great maybe in a Mardu Slug deck where you're dealing a big chunk of damage to yourself. It's intended to use as a combat shield, you know? That's also fantastic, but holding up 5 mana is kind of gnarly. Very good card though. Look at the little guy in the corner. He's about to slap that thing right in the dome. Now Sterling Elite is out here talking about Paradox Haze. It's 2 and a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's first upkeep this turn, that player gets an additional upkeep step after this step. Man, this card is phenomenal if you have a commander or a deck built around the upkeep trigger, like Xanathar out there. You know, he's a pretty cool guy. Or the Send Triplets for the deranged animals out there. Geez, this card really does slap in the right deck. RK9 is talking about Court of Vantress. So this is 2 blue for an enchantment. When this thing enters, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose up to 1 other target enchantment or artifact that's on the battlefield anywhere, brother. If you're the monarch, you may create a token that's a copy of it. If you're not the monarch, you may have Court of Vantress become a copy of it, except it has this ability. Yeah, dude, I really love making copies, man. I'm like Rob Schneider at the Office Copier. You know, that's a deep cut from SNL in the 90s, man. I like this art on this thing, too. This can hit other player stuff, synergizes with Paradox Haze, too. Then we got Funky Monkey Friday. Yeah, he's talking about the Dawn Strider. So this is 1 and a green for a creature Dryad Spellshaper. It's a 1/1. Has green and tap, discard a card. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. It's the Fog Shaper, man, and she's glaring at you with the crop top on, dog. Dryad crop tops and the starburst of the forest, brother. Just slapped myself unconscious. Seriously though, this is a pretty cool card. I love Spellshapers. I love the next one here, Bog Witch. It's 2 and a black for a creature human Spellshaper. Has black, tap, discard a card, add black. Listen man, this guy is a banger. It's Kramer from Seinfeld. He's got his robe on. He's in the bog making dark rituals out of your intestines, brother. I love this card. In a Reanimator deck with an expensive commander, this card rocks. Same thing with that Dawn Strider, dude. You want to be in a deck where you want stuff in the graveyard. Ray of Command. This card, a lot of people look at this card and they're like, this is garbage, brother. 3 and a blue for an instant. Untap target creature an opponent controls. Gain control of it until end of turn. That creature gains haste until end of turn. When you lose control of the creature, tap it. Everybody loves Raymond of Command, dude. And this one is a little pricey, but you can snag something at instant speed. Bonus points if you have a sacrifice outlet out there. This is great in one of those Grixis sacrifice decks. Now here comes my boy Tyler. He's coming in hot with Steel Seraph. 6 generic mana, artifact creature angel. It's a 5/4 with flying. Or it's a prototype for 1 white, 3/3 with flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. Love this in an artifact creature deck for a little evasion. You know, you have a commander that you want to get in, that 3 mana ain't bad for this, man. And you can blink it. Comes back full size, not fun size. Sometimes the full size is the fun size. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah, you do. You were at Slapfest 1996. Oh yeah, and we're Rev McSizzlin' with Spirit and Dowl. It's 2 and a white for a creature spirit. It's a 2/1. Has Shadow, but has 4 casts. You reveal this guy from your hand. Target creature gains Shadow until end of turn. There are so few Shadow creatures, might as well be unblockable. None of them are dime pieces like this little spiritual minx out there. I love this, man. Repeatable, unblockable for 2 mana. Count me in, dude. Count me right in. While we're on the subject of Shadow here, we got Zabkeel pointed this guy out, the Douthie Embrace. So this is 2 and a black for an enchantment, has black. Target creature gains Shadow until end of turn. Kind of a similar card. You get your fatty in there every turn for 2 mana. That's unbelievable in the right deck, man. You need some kind of damage trigger and you're golden. You need some kind of enchantment synergies and this will get you through, brother. Now how about Abundance? 2 green for an enchantment. If you would draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand. Put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. I like this card. They were talking about this in the context of Cultivator Colossus, how that basically lets you pull out all your lands. Really seems good to me, man. I don't know. I have used this card in the past. It's fine. Nitro Zeus. This guy's in there talking about Priest of Forgotten Gods, man. If you've never seen this card, prepare yourself for a slap right in the nards, brother. 1 and a black for a creature, human cleric. It's a 1/2. Has tap, sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature of their choice. You add black and draw a card. Yeah, dude, this card slaps. I love this card as a sacrifice outlet. Looks like my high school girlfriend, who actually became a lawyer, believe it or not, sued me for my emotional terrorism, brother, and that's comeuppance, and that's not better commander. Anyways, great sacrifice effect and a deck that wants that. Now I have an entirely different Tyler in there. They're multiplying in there like tribbles, brother. Tyler Tribbles, Orum's Chant. 1 white for an instant, has kicker for 1 white. Target player can't cast spells this turn. If the spell was kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. Yeah, dude, you're just shutting somebody right down for 2 white mana. Sorry, idiot, you ain't doing jack squat this turn. Go sit in the corner. Can we get some love for this Kev Walker Orum, please, brother? Alright, last one, but there are dudes in there making suggestions as we speak last minute, but I gotta brew up some pierogies, man. I got NBL3 talking about Awakening. 2 green for an enchantment. At the beginning of each upkeep, untap all creatures and lands. Alright, hang on a sec, let's appreciate this art for a second here, man. You've got B. Arthur from Golden Girls. She's riding a float with Marlon Brando from the island of Dr. Moreau. We're talking deep cuts here, brother, and they are partying on everybody else's turn, man. If you have a commander like a Lundo the Seer or some dingus that taps for an ability, this is gas, man. If you're in a deck that plays at instant speed, this is gas. And it's gas for everyone, though. You got to remember that. So if you have some Talran player across the table, you're going to be screwed, man. But hopefully you can break that symmetry somehow. And that's another video in the can for you guys out there, man. I have my bathrobe on that I got for Christmas. I haven't taken this thing off, and it's time to get cozy, brother. Let's get together. You bring the slippers, and we can take turns taking naps, playing Elden Ring into the new year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I love you all very much. You're my sweetie boys. Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.